it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Today's project is this one, and because this is the 31st of October, or it will be when you see this, this is the last one of these you're going to see, because this stamp set will not be available after tomorrow, because it will have gone. So just to remind you, to get this, it's free, but you have to place an order of £250 or more over at my online store. So, and then you'll get it for free. Alternatively, if you place an order for £25 or a multiple thereof, you will get an entry for each £25 you spend at my online store. So, two ways of getting hold of these. I've got at least 3, and I think I may have 4, possibly. But definitely 3 of these unsullied, beautifully new, shiny stamp sets. So that's one other way of getting hold of it. So, also today is the last day of the buy 3 get a 4th free on selected designer series papers. Full details of that are over on my blog, and there's a link to that below. One of the sets that is part of that is the Christmas Round the World, which is what this is from. Yeah, I'm showing you 2 things that will not be available tomorrow. Well, this will still be available, but you'll have to pay full price for it. So if you were to order 3 packs of designer series paper today, then that would automatically get you at least, well, it would get you 1 entry into my prize draw. And obviously if you wanted to add a bit more to say you've got 2 entries, then that would be great too. And the reason I say that is because 3 packs are roughly, depending on which ones you choose, going to cost you £30, and then you get your 4th free. So you'd get 4 packs for £7.50 each, which is a bargain. Anyway, let's get started. Procrastination and all that. So over the last 3 days, I've shown you a project using this set of stamps. Well, except I didn't use that one. A project using the deer and the pine bough, and today I'm going to do the 'Tis the Season, obviously. I have chosen a slightly different colourway, which I've just really picked from the paper. Although it's not listed on the paper, there is Dapper Denim and Crushed Curry in this paper, because that has to be Crushed Curry, and this has to be Dapper Denim, because this is Crushed Curry and this is Dapper Denim, as is this. So let's get started. It's really quite quick and easy. As ever, all the dimensions will be over on my blog, so do have a look at those. Remember also to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is in the bottom right hand corner of this. And if you want to see other posts on my blog, then subscribe to that as well. You can do that by email. There is a little, on the web version of my blog, there is a little follow by email box, for want of a better word, up in the top right hand corner, near where there is a picture of me. So yeah, that would be good too. So thick whisper white card base, and that's the usual A6, which is A4 cut in half and folded down the middle. Basic grey matte, and then the designer series paper. And these are my standard sizes, but as I say, those will be on my blog. I've also got a piece of ordinary whisper white, which is cut at, I think it's 1 1/4 inches. Let me just check. Yep, that's 1 1/4, and this is Dapper Denim cut at 1 1/2, and I will explain why momentarily. So I'm going to start with the Dapper Denim, because it's the darkest. So I always, if I'm doing 2-step stamping, I always try and start with the darkest colour, because then when you're doing the second layers, it's easier. Certainly if you're having to line up really carefully, which with this you are. For things like Painted Harvest, it's less of an issue because you don't need to line up precisely. So I'm just going to make sure you can see that, which you can. So I want this to be straight, which is always a good start, and as near to the middle of up and down. I mean, I've done it right in the middle and probably wasted a whole amount of cardstock, for which many apologies to those of you that I know not unreasonably get a bit excited about that. So that's that done, and I don't actually need that for anything else. Nope. So that's that. Crushed curry, which by the look of it probably needs re-inking, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So let's make sure it's well and truly. I always seem to have a problem getting my crushed curry properly inked before I do a video. I think it's because I use it a lot, particularly with the Painted Harvest. So, and then I forget. Right, so my tip with two-step stamping, particularly something that is precise like this, is to not mount your stamp on a block that is only just the right size. So I wouldn't use this, for example, because it's going to get in the way because of the edges. So let me just make sure that is properly inked, and then just find two bits that are kind of far apart, and so I'm lining up the top of the N and the curve here of the S, so the flat top of the curve of the S, and if those are in the right place, then everything else should be. So give that a good press. Now, I've said it before, but for those of you who haven't seen my videos before, my surface is padded, so woohoo! So if you find that you're having problems stamping because it's a fairly solid image, use your piercing mat, because that will help with sorting that out. I think that's actually even... Oh no, the other one wasn't too bad either, but I'm quite pleased with that, particularly as you guys were in the way, you know, there, which is about where my head would want to be. So I am using the Everyday Label Punch, and I'm just going to tuck the end of my stamped image in there and get it central and straight. And this is narrow for the punch, but that's deliberate. But I'm getting it central and straight. Punch. And then it's actually easier to do it from this end for this particular one. So again, central and straight. Can you hear the concentration? We always used to say you could hear the cogs winding or whirring. There we go. So, say central and straight. Now, with this, I will cut one end. Ooh, going to have to trim one end because it looks like it's a little bit wider than I thought it was. So let's trim that down. Bear with me one moment while I trim that. Oh, I see what the problem is. Not straight is what the problem is. I think you'll find it was 1.5 inches at one end and not at the other. So I'm literally just going to make sure that that's at the end. I'm now going to stick this on. I'm just going to use snail because it's only card to card for a label. So, don't know quite why I had to turn it upside down and inside out and back to front, but there we go. So I'm just going to line that up so that there's an even, an even border top and bottom and at this end. And then slide this back into the label punch. And again, make sure it is straight and square and all those other good things, and punch. And that means that you've got a nice little border but still using just one punch. So that's always nice. Right, okay, so just stick my designer series paper onto my basic grey, and again using a bit of snail. You don't often see me use snail, but you know, every now and again that, and then I've got a piece of the Dapper Denim Grosgrain ribbon, and I'm just going to pop that, yeah, kind of there-ish. That's going to be covered up. So, yeah, there-ish. Now, this I will use Fast Fuse for. All the F's, Fast Fuse for. So, a bit of Fast Fuse on either side of my cardstock. And then pop this kind of where I think I need it, which is kind of sort of roughly there-ish. And then straight across, or as straight as I can make it. And then, because I've used Fast Fuse for that, I'm going to use Fast Fuse generally. And my top tip for using Fast Fuse and making sure that your mat is in the right place and doesn't get stuck too quickly and then get in the wrong place is to put your Fast Fuse on your card base. Then get your mat where you want it, and just make sure that it's where you want it in all directions, and then drop it down and just make sure it's well stuck. And there you are. Right, dimensionals. So I have to say I'm going to miss using this stamp set because I think it is just gorgeous. Not only do I think it's gorgeous, I think it's perfect for mass production of cards. And that's actually quite important for me because in December, at the beginning of December, in the UK, the UK office of Stampin' Up, in celebration of 10 years in the region, is running a card making event on the 1st, 2nd and 3rd of December. Oh, it helps if you've taken the backing with you. On the 1st, 2nd and 3rd of December, which is a long weekend, it's a Friday through to a Sunday. I am taking part in this card making event. We've been challenged to make, we've had an event already in the summer, and over the 2 events we've been challenged to make 20,000 cards. Now, because I had a moment of madness, I'm actually intending to try and make personally, on my own, without any help, 1,000. If I say it quickly, it doesn't feel quite so bad. I'm actually going to put that up a bit because I don't want this to stick up. So I'm going to make it obvious that it's a bit. Oh, then that's down. Ooh, no, I'll go with there. So yes, I have, in a fit of madness, said that I will try and make 1,000, and I'm going to get sponsorship to do so. And any money that I raise in the sponsorship will go to Ronald McDonald House Charities, as will the cards. So yes, fast, quick and effective cards is what I will be looking for. And Merry Patterns, I have to say I will be using, but I won't be able to make any more projects here with it because obviously you won't be able to get hold of it. Anyway, there we go. So that is today's little project. Tomorrow is a little different because it's the Inspire Create Challenge. It's our next challenge event. So my blog and my video won't be up until 10 o'clock UK time, and then it normally goes up at 8, so it'll be 2 hours late. You may have noticed that our clocks have changed, so things are going up at a different time anyway, because our clocks went back, so everything's going up an hour. Yeah, 8 becomes 7 later. So tomorrow's will be even later still. So yes, so do come back tomorrow and have a look at the Inspire Create Challenge design that I have done. It was a bit of a challenge because it's bang slap in the middle of Advent as far as I'm concerned, and it's a colour challenge, and the colours aren't quite what I would have chosen for an Advent project. However, you know, as ever, I'm up for it, so do come back and see how that got on. And then I will see you again, hopefully later in the week, back on my normal schedule. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Do remember to subscribe. hop over to my shop to buy anything you need. I would love to have you as a customer and earn your business. That would be great. I do try and look after my customers, and you get little gifts and hostess share and hostess rewards and all that good stuff. So yeah, I will see you again soon. Thanks a lot for watching.